6%. Jess still only 18 years old. 14 years old is Eskara de Jeu, the Damsire Jet Set, and the owner Samantha Thomas. This mare can go very well. They've had some very good form together. They've had some great success. Very good entry, 7-4 for Eskara de Jeu. I don't know what you thought about the extended trot, but for me it was a little bit hurried, little bit downhill, and that's the 6.7. I think that's exactly the reason why. Again, the mare there on the corner just opens her mouth very wide. Whether she's just a little bit on the curb rein today. Need to see that transition into the passage, which we didn't really get to see, and then into the piaffe steps. It's difficult, this. It's, you know, for these horses, she's given her a little boot there just to say, come on, listen, you've gone off me, you switched off, and she's almost just treading on her own toes there into the passage. Now, we're looking for the beginnings of brilliance, and 5-5 for the piaffe, and I think it was 5-5, 5-4 for the passage. We're looking for brilliance, yes we are. But at this stage in the horses' careers, we're looking for them to show the ability to be able to go from one gear into another. You can just see the mare's getting a little bit confused with the aids, what's going on. So she's slightly overreacting as we go then into the walk. And that's the nice thing about this test as well. You've gone into the passage, you've gone into the piaffe, you've done all those transitions. Now give them a breather before we pick the rein up and ask for something more. And the mare's come in here, and there's just been a little bit of miscommunication. She's got confused. And for me personally, and this is probably going to come across very badly, and I don't want it to, what I would love to see Jess do in those circumstances when the mare gets confused is have a slightly lighter leg rather than the slightly overdone one, because the mare, she overreacted to that as well, and you've got to work out what works for each individual. She doesn't want to feel like she's being told off. Yes, she's got to stay in front of the leg, but I think there's room there. I mean, she sat on top, I'm not. But just to be a little bit quieter in the mistakes that she makes, so the mare doesn't feel like she's always doing wrong, because you can quite often dampen a horse's spirits very quickly. And she's a trier. You know, she's an out-and-out trier. She got her two-time changes. Yes, there was a little bit of swing, but again, at this under 25 level, it was not bad at all. Again, she's just gone slightly against the hand. Half pass to the pirouette. Oh, oh, oh. So there's some better steps in there. It wouldn't have been the pirouette that she was hoping for, especially the beginning. A step or two in the middle. There was some very good steps that she did. And the pirouette 6.2. And that's because of the good mixed in with the not so good. When she started climbing at the beginning, I thought, oh no, and then she sort of settled into it. Come on, good girl. Yeah, she does keep just stepping on that. You see how she keeps crossing her hind legs over. She's got to learn where those hind legs are, and that will just come with time. Passage 5.9. I don't think we're going to see much more for the Piaf, unfortunately, either. But with that stepping on, she's very aware of where her feet are. She keeps stepping on them, 5.1, unfortunately. But, you know, she's a proper thinker. She's a real trier. And watching her there, watching her on that last centre line, from the Passage and Piaf that we got before to what we had on that last centre line, was much improved. And yes, she goes a little bit wide with her legs. Yes, she crosses them over. But given time, given a little bit more strength and patience, I think we're going to see a lot more of this mare at the very top of the sport, because she's super. And Jess is very talented. She's a very, very talented rider. I think that will be good enough still, though, even with the mistakes, to hold on to a very small, very narrow lead in the early stages of this, the CDI under-25s, the Grand Prix. There it is, 64 exactly, and that goes into the lead, and the marks ranging there from 61 to 65, 769. That came from judge at E. Oh, hello. That to wake us all up. And then spectator judging at, where did you have